About Mowgli and BalloonBoy's PR placing relative to everybody else at this point now, you know, basically unheard of, if you don't really think about like BalloonBoy's performance last week. So this is going to be the team that I'm really excited to see what they're able to make happen. MegD and Raydish here to defend their seed, defend their placement. Let's see what happens. Game number 1 of this top 8 qualifier. Let's get started.
And they actually have, don't worry, that's not what's going on right now. We're going to get that. There we go. We are back into it. These two teams actually have a bit of history. It's recent history, which is interesting because BalloonBoy and Mowgli have only played 3 tournaments together. Technically, there's a 4th one in there, but they DQ'd out of that one and didn't end up playing it. But it was starting in the beginning of September. It went 3-0 in favor of BalloonBoy and Mowgli, and then the opposite at Insig Brawls 2 just a couple weeks ago, a 3-0 for Raydish and MegD.
MegD not able to get that side sig, gets launched off stage. At the moment, BalloonBoy and Mowgli have to make it back from the same position. A little bit tough. They're kind of stepping on each other's toes off stage, and Raydish and MegD more than happy to stay on the stage and do what they do best, which is just kind of deny them. That's going to be one stock gone, though. It is going to be MegD stock and BalloonBoy.
What are you doing there, dog?
That's canon plays, man.
That was so scary. Like, if BalloonBoy had a little bit more height on him, he was going to get clapped by that and probably lose that first stock.
That's just canon players when they see a button they haven't pressed in 5 seconds. They're like, I need to swing.
Oh man, the intrusive thoughts took over. I just needed the dopamine
to take it out on.
From pressing the button, hearing the noise, and seeing flash of color.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It truly does.
At the moment, though, it is BalloonBoy that is stock tanking, holding on to this first stock. MegD and Raydish going to be finally knocking that one out there off the side, holding on to center stage. And you know, it's Raydish and MegD. They're not really going off stage or anything. Not going out there too deep. Mowgli does make it back on. Such an okay, that double counter hit. You see like MegD wanting to get that punish. Then BalloonBoy punishes MegD for punishing Mowgli. So good recognition.
Oh, we were seeing BalloonBoy, saw that there were both blue team members on the edge, was queuing up the bow down signature to just completely cover that. If you went with the ground pound, I think that also has the grab property. Can you hit more than one person with the bow ground pound? I don't think so. I can't remember. Maybe with the black, you can hit 2 people. With okay, yeah. The second hit, it'll be exactly like the Zariel side signature, where the first hit will only grab one person, leaving the other one to move out of the way in time.
At the moment, though, Mowgli ended up getting knocked down to last stock. Good cleanup, though, from BalloonBoy coming on in there. Mowgli trying to go off stage, able to get that stock off on Raydish as well, and once again, gentle lead for the red team. Very gentle at the moment, but they're going out there against MegD. Raydish cleaning up BalloonBoy's last stock, or second stock, excuse me. Everybody on last stock apiece.
Mowgli was doing his best to kind of float around in the air. Also does have the gauntlets to be able to do that without using in-air movement economy, but did take one hit. Then BalloonBoy came in, also took a hit himself, but also put out a little bit of unarmed damage.
MegD is such an interrupter. MegD has just not allowed BalloonBoy to speak so many different times this set thus far. Just constantly interrupting anything going. Nice sidelight, just such a good use of all of that boost range that the sidelight does give you. Okay, Raydish making it back down, looking for that neutraling. Doesn't find it quite yet, though. Mowgli coming in with the side A. This is anybody's game to take.
Oh, that was a great follow-up from MegD after Raydish was using the boots to send BalloonBoy back towards him. Red team completely split here, even more split than previously. Both of them fighting for their lives on the recovery back to the stage. Nice interrupt there from BalloonBoy to get the unarmed recovery off the top of the
MegD missed the GCD light off stage.
Ooh, that's tough.
MegD might regret it, or maybe not quite yet, because it is BalloonBoy that is on last stock. Granted, everybody's super going to regret. This is still a volatile match, especially if you connect that.
MegD, you gotta hit those!
Who's it going to be? Both of them being so patient, jumping into each other. MegD not leading into the side or anything, just fading back as much as possible. BalloonBoy able to get that conversion, but then tosses out the weapons, picking up the bow as well. Who's it going to be? It is not.
Dodge gone.
Oh, this should be it.
Oh, at just enough time. That's why you see players using their dodge first. There wasn't as much stalling as the last time we pointed out, but still, you will oftentimes use your dodge first, especially if there's a weapon toss. Sometimes you want to save your dodge in case that weapon toss is coming.
But if you're down too deep, you need as many tools as possible. You use up that dodge, and then you're able to get it back just a little bit later.
And that's Raydish and MegD barely eking that one out by the skin of their teeth in the last few moments of it.
So something that I really want to point out, MegD stopped a lot of the damage output of BalloonBoy, of Mowgli, simply because of the amount of times that he was interrupting using sidelight with gauntlets. I mean, it's great. You just sit there, you play back a little bit, you wait for somebody to get hit, and then you just get in there and you do your thing. Yeah, with that being said, though, BalloonBoy's damage output still looking crazy as usual, 625 dealt. BalloonBoy continuously leading with the amount that was dealt. Thank goodness MegD was interrupting as much as he was, because then it could have just been high.
And BalloonBoy also took a ton of damage as well, 610, averaging 203.3 repeating per stock before BalloonBoy was gone on that one. So using some of that defense that Zariel has as best as he possibly can. Also, they're on Demon Island, and they're still on Demon Island. Going to be one of those larger stages, especially if we're talking about vertical or 45-degree upward KO angles. Like, you can live longer, especially if you really favor that center of the stage.
Oh, but right now, MegD going out there against Mowgli. BalloonBoy with the excellent interruption and getting MegD off stage. Is BalloonBoy going to get this? You know BalloonBoy hunts out there for those edge guards, especially with gauntlets, or even sometimes with no weapon in hand at all. Looking for this opening on Raydish. Gets that double side light into the recovery as well, popping him up, but nothing else after.
Mowgli, they're spot dodging. Okay, Raydish grabs the gauntlets. Oh, again, BalloonBoy is hunting for the edge guard situation. Pretty much everyone is just avoiding him when he's over on the edge. He was reaching up with the Nair, trying to bring MegD back down. Okay, grabbing one. Oh, actually, both blue team members. I thought it was one red, one blue. Both of them on that wall. There's not a lot of room over there. That's why MegD hit that recovery, because that is going to send his teammate Raydish all the way up, splitting the two of them up like the zebras when they're being hunted by lions.
Thank you for bringing that one back. I almost forgot about it, but Mowgli!
Don't look at me with that.
It
said that earlier, Winan. Don't look at me like I'm the crazy person.
It was me. It was me all along.
I'm being a good co-commentator.
Thank you. I feel a little bit less insane now. At the moment, BalloonBoy continuing to stock tank Raydish, though, taking a bit of a beating, yeah? But finally able to swing back against BalloonBoy. You saw that down air? You know what that down air was? That was a, hey, I'm getting out of here. I need to help Mowgli now. I need to make sure that there is not a huge damage discrepancy between us. Otherwise, you'll be just playing through a back foot. Again, I love the fact that people are making this decision so often in NA. I didn't get to see that yesterday much at all.
That's why North America is the best region out there, Dara. Okay. I was about to say that there is the discrepancy, at least the potential of it, between MegD and Raydish, with Raydish being so damaged and MegD being very healthy. But then they picked up the combo. There's the ground pound to take out Raydish's stock, and we have an even game here, Dara. In game two on Demon Island, MegD's able to get back. BalloonBoy didn't have enough range with that neutral light to hit because he was unarmed.
That was the biggest vibe check ever. That said, what? You think you're going to punish me? You think you're going to do it? No, I hit it. That's fine. This doesn't have as much lag as you think it does. And then bam, with the ground pound. Close it out. Raydish down on his last stock, but so is Mowgli. Mowgli holding on to center stage. Okay, BalloonBoy getting a little bit aggressive with that side sig. And now, a little bit dangerous for Mowgli. You have to make it back on, but at what cost? Look at how many hits you just took.
Floating around in the air, is able to land, didn't take too many hits. The GC sidelight from Mowgli was a little bit wild there. There was so much space.
MegD.
The dodge is gone, though. It's going to be a few moments. We'll have it back now, taken off the top. It's not Mowgli, it's MegD, but had a stock to play with in white. On final, Mowgli's going to have to be so careful, just kind of forced out of the fight.
And you see BalloonBoy getting in there in time, but oh no, Mowgli gets sent back off stage, and MegD able to get that side as well. You see Mowgli stalling, BalloonBoy going out there for the potential, for the idea, the hope that he could help him get back on, but alas, doesn't get there in time. Raydish and MegD, another 2v1 situation, but man, that thing is huge, isn't it? That thing is massive.
The second hit grabbed Raydish. He thought he knew how to punish that signature, and he really didn't. Ended up getting hit by that second hit, but
twice.
Ultimately,
he got punished by it in two different ways. He got vibe check on the unlag and then also the hitbox, but blue team still held it down.
Ultimately, the result did not matter. This was grabbing both of them. BalloonBoy, he was there. He tried to throw out, I think it was a down air to the right side, but I believe it was MegD who was actually, no, it was Raydish who was behind him. And so he wasn't able to find the connection with the down air.
So, this game, what kind of happened was Mowgli was kind of sent off stage and then didn't have a lot of presence on that last stock. But it was just kind of out there. BalloonBoy had to go out there and maybe try and attempt to help him out, but ultimately, I just think that team is also playing super well. These aren't like shutouts in the slightest. Right? These are fairly close games. This is the kind of a set that I do not know how this will go. I do not know if blue team's going to get the 3-0 or if this is going to go to game 5.
I think blue team's going to end up taking the 3-0 here. MegD turned up last game, 611 damage. BalloonBoy still taking a lot of damage. It's taking a lot of attention, time, moves, damage, everything.
That was crazy. Mowgli went in there, covered BalloonBoy's blind spot, and then was able to get the GC sidelight. That was incredible coverage.
And the juggle there, BalloonBoy was also covering Mowgli in that moment as well. They were both on either side of Raydish while he was in the air being juggled by Mowgli. Okay, they both dodged to get through that weapon toss.
But BalloonBoy with the reversal, using the neutral, okay, getting MegD off stage, it is at least shutting down some of blue team's momentum. Mowgli,
Mowgli, what are you? I don't. What was he? Did he see the weapon toss coming? I don't know if he saw the weapon toss coming and tried to get away from that because you could have just jumped. I feel like that was a wasted punish, but I truly don't know. Because that weapon toss did come in.
Well, messed up unpunished. Let's see what you're able to make happen now out of it. Mowgli needing a way to make it back onto the stage, eats that recovery, which, you know what? BalloonBoy waited for his teammate to get hit, punished exactly where MegD was going, and made sure that recovery did not come out unscathed. And guess what? This is still red team's lead at the moment. BalloonBoy living off the top, Mowgli living off the side as well, and they're getting a lot of extra credit. Finally, BalloonBoy knocked down to his second stock. Mowgli stalling, being nice and patient. Is BalloonBoy going to help him out? Well, Mowgli makes it back on himself.
Yeah, didn't really need too much help from BalloonBoy. You saw Mowgli was sitting over on the wall, stuck on that tiny wall, but MegD and Raydish really didn't push the situation. They weren't too worried about forcing that in the moment. They feel like they can just do this when Mowgli is right in front of them, and it's not a problem. They're just going to put out that damage onto BalloonBoy, force him onto that final stock before anybody else, but BalloonBoy, he's not going to go out without a fight. That signature almost made a connection with Mowgli, who's in the air sweating, gets his landing punished.
Yeah, Mowgli interrupted, but just a little bit too late for my taste, right? And then BalloonBoy ended up eating a lot of punish, so you gotta help out your teammates sometimes. At the moment, though, BalloonBoy stuck off stage, coming in, that was an excellent interruption, and more than anything, he at least kept Mowgli on stage, coming in with that side sig, gets that side. MegD stuck off stage at Mowgli, not cleaning it up quite yet. MegD has to, okay, you know what? Not enough tools to make it back on. Wow.
Mowgli and BalloonBoy still maintaining this very small lead. Let's see if they can favor that center of the stage, not get taken out. MegD trying to make his way in, jumping with those side airs, not finding a connection. There's the side signature. The second kind of swipe of that ends up picking up both members of the red team, forcing them on the wall. The falling side air from MegD gets one stock, the side air the other direction, sets up Raydish to find that stock as well.
Mowgli, you need to wait. Mowgli, you need to wait. Waits picks up that cannon. BalloonBoy is going to be back in just a couple of seconds to help you out. Make sure that you do not get 2v1'd at all. Now, let's see what happens here. This is it. This is making quick for the red team. They try to get a huge combo going. They didn't fully follow up off of one another, but still, damage is damage at the end of the
this
day.
is so tough for them, and they still end up picking up the KO, even though the grab happened from Raydish. BalloonBoy was free, but they didn't have the moves. I think BalloonBoy was going for more ranged moves, even though they were basically stacked, and that is the 3-0 for MegD and Raydish. It didn't necessarily look like all hope was lost for them, but BalloonBoy and Mowgli had the lead for almost all of that game, Dara.
This one broke my heart a little bit. It did. Because this one, just as you mentioned, this wasn't a shutout. This wasn't a dominating game. They just caught them stacked. They caught them stacked a couple of times, and then they were able to get their combo.